no one is perfect, and everyone in this life is going through their own personal transformation, their own personal journey. We are here to learn our specific lessons that we were sent to learn, and you will definitely go through different seasons of your life. You just need to have the right mindset. You just need to have the right toolkit to. Good morning, ladies. Welcome to Creating in Abundance. This is Pooja, and today we are talking about your season of discovery, the season which needs the most attention. And if you know this season correctly, this will give you all the things you need to thrive and flourish in your life. So, without any further ado, let's get started. We all go through seasons, just like the weather. Femininity, as you know, is so much interconnected with nature. It is connected with Mother Nature and whatever is around. Like the different cycles of the moon, like the different weathers, like the 4 seasons of the year. Spring, summer, autumn, and winter. We as human beings, we go through different seasons, different phases of life. The season of discovery that I am going to talk about today is one such season in your life which needs dire attention. So, to put things into perspective, let me start by sharing my own story. When I thought everything in my life was falling apart. So, just a year ago, I thought everything in my life was falling apart. I did not think it was falling apart. My marriage was falling apart. The way I was thinking, the way I was functioning at work, my marriage, my relationship with my friends and families, everything was falling apart. I was struggling to even have a definition for the things I was feeling, to describe how I was feeling and what I was going through. I just wanted it to end. And I was asking myself, can it get any worse, God? Can it get worse than this? Can anything immensely bad happen more than this? How worse can it get, God? How worse can it get? Please, I am not able to take it anymore. Please save me. I was constantly praying. I was in a state of survival where I was just trying to survive, just trying to tolerate another day. Whether it was gratitude, whether it was the motivational videos I was listening to, nothing was helping. I was depressed. I was going through a depression. Depression is not a joke. It is not a joke. The motivational videos I was listening to, the books I was reading, nothing was helping. And in this phase of my life, in this period that I was going through, there's one thing that stood out. When I was listening to those books, when I was listening to those podcasts, when I was reading those books, I was trying to escape my emotions. I was not facing my emotions. I was trying everything externally and trying to seek things externally so that I can escape my emotions. I wanted to escape that feeling of numbness, the feeling of not being enough, the feeling of not feeling worthy, the feeling of not feeling whole and complete. I just wanted my joy back. I just wanted to feel happy again. And it was simply not happening. This is when I realized that I am in my season of discovery. From the greatest pain, I slowly drifted up and then slowly landed to another season. And if that has happened to me, if I can move myself out, if I can shift myself out and get into another season where I feel whole and complete, so can you. But how did I make that transition from feeling miserable, from feeling like a loser, from failing in every aspect of my life, in my relationship, in my work, in my everyday being? I was like gaining tons of weight. In every aspect of my life, I was not eating healthy. I was not feeling motivated to do things which is good for me. I knew those things were good for me, but something in me was not willing to do those things. Things shifted completely when I started to acknowledge those emotions, when I allowed myself to feel those pain, when I allowed myself to feel those fear, when I sat with myself and let those feelings simmer and come to the surface and felt it, and I cried as I felt those emotions. I acknowledged I had the most difficult conversations that I could have with myself, that I could have with God, praying over my emotions every single day. And you know what? God answered my prayers. Slowly and gradually, I was able to shift myself from that headspace. It took dedication, it took time, and it took immense level of self-love and giving myself time to come and transition out from that phase. So that is why if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. You may be going through your personal journey. You may be having some difficult time at work. You may be going through that intense time when you need to have that difficult conversation in your relationship with your family members, with your friends, with your siblings. You don't know. It is different for everyone. But you need to embrace this season. We all are human beings. Whatever we see in social media, when we look at people's social media, we just see the highlights of their life and everyone seems happy. But that's not the case. People have a different story behind those closed doors. It is okay not to be okay. Feel those emotions, my love. Feel those emotions. It is absolutely fine to feel it. You can only heal those emotions by feeling it. So, you know what? That experience, that traumatic, immense, fully blowing experience that I had was a beautiful destruction. And it is a beautiful destruction for you. If you feel like your world is falling apart, if you feel like nothing is working out, no matter what you do, it is a beautiful destruction. Just think about it. When you need to build something, can you build it in a place? When you're trying to manifest something, when you're trying to build something, how can you do it in a spot? How can you do it in a place where there is no space for it? You need a spot. You need a place, a platform to create something. What if that thing that is falling apart is so that you can welcome in new things in your life? You need to let go of something in order to welcome in something else. What if the problem that you're experiencing, what if the issues that you're feeling, what if the pain that you are experiencing is trying to teach you something? What if it's a lesson that you need to learn? And you know what? The lesson gets wilder and wilder and wilder and wilder until and unless you learn it. That's the way of the universe operating. That's how the universe operates. So learn it, ask the right questions to yourself and find out what is this season of your life trying to teach you. What is this trying to teach me? What is this phase of my life trying to teach me? What can I learn from this? Why am I feeling like this? Is this feeling familiar? Have I felt these emotions before? Ask questions like that. Dive deeper. Get into the root of why that's happening. Sometimes it can be a pattern in your life. It can be a repeating pattern and you need to overcome. You can only expand yourself. You can only expand your container when you overcome that obstacle or feeling. And if that is a pattern that you're constantly experiencing in your life, then you need to go to the root of it, and no one else can do that for you, my love. Only you can do that for yourself. So be fully present with that beautiful destruction. Be fully present with what you're experiencing, the pain, all the emotions. Be present with what is. Acknowledge them like your friend. Acknowledge your fear. Acknowledge your pain. Acknowledge all that you feel in your body and let it simmer and come to the surface. Feel it fully and be present with it. Because like every other thing in your life, those emotions that has been trapped in your body, in different parts of your body, it's trying to come out. It's trying to come to the surface. Once you give that attention, once you understand that emotions, once you give that emotions your attention and allow it to be released, things will shift. things will start shifting and in the direction you want it to shift. And you know what's the best thing about this experience? As much as you like to think that you are alone, you are never alone. You are never alone. If you are in this season, or if you're in this season of your life, if you are in the season of discovery, remember that you are never alone. If you believe in something, whatever you call it, God, the universe, the divine, your higher self, the divine power, whatever you believe in, whatever you call it, you always have access to that. You always have access to your higher self, who is always guiding you and who wants the best for you. So speak to God. I like to address it as God. In my mind, I see the higher power as God. So talk to God, acknowledge how you feel. Tell God what you're experiencing. If it is something that you need forgiveness, if you have done something for which you need to repent, ask for God forgiveness. Ask for guidance, ask for blessings, surrender. Just surrender. Just surrender to God. Because that's what I did. I fully surrendered. I told God, I choose to know and believe, even though I don't see, even though I don't know. Whatever is happening in my life is acting in my favor. It is in my favor. Everything is working out the best case scenario. That's what I kept on saying to myself. That's what I kept on repeating to myself. No one is perfect. No one is perfect, and everyone in this life is going through their own personal transformation, their own personal journey. We are here to learn. We are here to learn our specific lessons that we were sent to learn. And you will definitely go through different seasons of your life. You just need to have the right mindset. You just need to have the right toolkit to face it, to experience it. So be gentle with yourself. Have some grace for yourself. Just think, if it was your most beloved friend, your sister, your family members, whoever it is that you love and adore so closely, and if that person was going through exactly what you're going through, how would you treat that person? Give that exact treatment to yourself. This is the season of your life where you need to give the most attention to yourself, and you need to be in the right headspace. You need to be stubborn. You need to be stubborn to grow out of that. You need to be stubborn to flourish. You need to constantly see yourself growing. You need to constantly be happy. You need to constantly remind yourself and tell yourself, I love myself. I believe in myself. I know everything is working out in my favor. Only then it will start shifting. Your level of self-love, your level of self-belief to grow, to thrive, to get out of that rut should be so strong, and that is the only thing that will help you shift. That is one of the many things, not one thing, that is one of the many things that will help you shift. But you need to believe in yourself, and you need to show yourself exceptional self-love and grace. And above all, if nothing is helping, just tell yourself constantly, I love myself and I have the attitude of gratitude. I love myself and I have the attitude of gratitude. Even though I don't know, even though I don't see, I know that the universe is always conspiring in my favor. So you never know, whatever you might be experiencing at the moment may be a blessing in disguise for you. That was some powerful stuff. I think I needed that myself today. But ladies, have some grace. Show yourself some self-love today. And until next time, please keep on creating your inner abundance. Thank you.